the Ground Game Dental Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Daryl Turculus, and today I wanted to talk about how Jiu Jitsu has improved my everyday approach to dentistry, running a practice, managing people, and then at the home life too as well. And I've been doing Jiu Jitsu since December of last year, so about a year. And it's a combat sport, right? So you're inches away from the person that you're grappling with. It's pretty much the way I think of jiu-jitsu is human chess pieces, right? So reacting to how they move to get to the outcome that you want. And one of the important lessons that jiu-jitsu has taught me is remaining calm in the chaos. And that applies to dentistry as well. So for example, every patient that walks in, it's always going to be a challenging case. And I always treat these patients, these cases, with the utmost respect, and I don't downplay what's going on, because something can always happen and go wrong, and then you don't want to underestimate that case, that scenario. Jiu-jitsu, people move, there's pressure, there's resistance, right? So you can't always control the situation or how they're moving, but you can control how you respond. That's the mindset I approach with dentistry every day. You wake up, every day's a new day to play the game. So in dentistry, we have this saying, right? You want to get the position before the submission. So you want to set everything up to where you want it before you go in for the submission. And if you do get the submission, you win the fight. In dentistry, I think of it as the diagnosis or what's happening with the teeth before you even take a burr or touch the tooth. So diagnosis before treatment. So you gotta have a plan of attack, a way to kind of know where you're going, the final product, the end goal. In jiu-jitsu, you flow with things. You let them roll. With patients, they come in, you can't change how they're presented, so that's what you're presented with. If they have financial problems, that's another problem that, an obstacle that you're gonna have to overcome. If patients are specific, they don't want any metal or titanium, then like, okay, can't place an implant, can we do ceramic implants? There's a lot of ways, a lot of options for patients to choose, and they have preferences, so you have to roll and figure out how you can fit their treatment plan to their lifestyle, their needs, to their current life situation. When I first started training in jiu-jitsu, man, I didn't know what I was doing. White belt, getting smashed. I was a spazzy white belt. Guys of all sizes humbled me, guys and girls. Getting beat up by a girl, that's a thing too. So it's humbled me. Same thing as running a business. Whether it's small or large, no matter how big it is, you never really have full control of the business because there's always going to be something that's going to humble you. Dentistry and jiu-jitsu are very rewarding. Rewarding in the sense that if you're consistent, you show up, you play the game every day, you will start to see positive returns. And you can't cram intensity in jiu-jitsu and running a business. This is a long game. This is a marathon. And you just have to show up. If you get beat up a day before, you show up the next day, and then you keep doing that. In dentistry and jiu-jitsu, you can't cram consistency, you can't cram intensity, and you can't cram experience. You have to show up every day, regardless if you're getting beat up or if you had a good day. You gotta treat it objectively, show up the next day, play the game, and you'll reap the rewards in the long run, because it's a marathon. Just like jiu-jitsu, there'll be days where you think you're good, and then you'll get smashed, and then it'll make you rethink your training, what was going on, and then how to improve. You just got to show up round after round, patient after patient, and hopefully that, the work that you're doing, you'll see the benefit one day. It's just a matter of when. So the best providers, best dentists, the best practitioners, even in jiu-jitsu, black belts, brown belts, all kinds of belts, whether it's in the mat, in the clinic, they don't choose or chase flash. So not the shiny object syndrome. A lot of it is mastering the basics, going back to the simple, basic fundamentals of prepping the teeth, but it probably even goes beyond that, or even simpler than that. How do you speak to a patient? Treating them with respect. How are you showing up at work? Are you showing up on time? Are you well dressed? Are you addressing the proper pronouns, nouns of the patient? Mr., sir, yes sir, he, she, all that. Are you showing empathy? Are you sympathetic? Are you putting yourself in their shoes? So it's just all about mastering the basics. And this is what the podcast is about. This is what I'm trying to share. Building a foundation strong enough to where you can handle everyday pressures. So it's, showing up, staying calm, and then dealing with what you have in that moment and then applying it to that current situation. Because every day may not be perfect. Sterilizers units broken. What are you going to do? Instruments backlog because you're short on one staff. Phones ringing. How do you fit this emergency patient in? And that's a lot of pressure. However, you can always manage it. Whether you're fighting on the mat, managing a team, the principle is always the same. Control yourself, your breathing, stay calm, and then you'll have a great outcome. This is Dr. Daryl Turgulis, episode 5. Or actually, no, episode 4? Episode 4. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's little snippet. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.